How proud did you feel when you saw the shot count along with the three Burgess boys? George, and Thomas and Sam, and while Mum Julie would be proud, let me say to their late dad, Mark, what a proud dad he would be today to think three of his boys are representing England in rugby league against Australia. It was his dream for his boys to test themselves at the highest level, and that's exactly what they're doing. So somewhere in heaven he's watching today here at Millennium Stadium in Cardiff, and that was a wonderful moment, a truly wonderful moment for sport and for the Burgess family. They certainly look fired up, the two teams. Australia ready to receive here from kick-off. It will be England to kick off. Interesting, our referee Henry Perinara, he played at the 2000 World Cup. The Australian side confirming Slater at fullback, Morris, Tate, Inglis, Boyd, Thurston and Cronk, Scott, Smith, Tamo, Bird, Fireday, Gallen, and on the bench Farah, Fafita on debut for Australia, Lewis and Corey Parker under his second test. The England side, Tompkins, Charnley, Watkins, Cudjoe, Hall, Chasen, Sinfield the halves, Hill, Roby, George Burgess, Ferris, Westwood and Sam Burgess, Widdop, Ablett, Tom Burgess and Lee Mossop on the bench. Coaches head-to-head, Steve McNamara and Tim Sheens. Great Britain and England have competed at every World Cup since '54, so too Australia. Get set. Ball off the mound, well, of all the anticlimaxes. Henry Perinara, one referee in charge, no two-referee system in Test match football.
Hold on. Good luck, boys.
Good luck indeed. Let the big show begin. The Rugby League World Cup is underway for 2013, and it's James Tarbo who brings the ball back for the Kangaroos. And a wall of defenders. Ferris, what a week he's had. Called into the squad to replace Gareth Hock. Now he's in the starting side for game one. Scott takes the second hit up. Cowboys Player of the Year in the NRL. Australians roll up over their 20-metre line. And up close is Christopher Hill. He's the man in the headgear for England. He's had a couple of stirring seasons of football for Warrington. Australia now on their own 30. And Smithard is kicking out of that mark. Nowhere near the sideline. It bounces left and into the arms of Tompkins. And the crowd lifts with Tompkins' first touch. He was almost through the tackle of Thurston. A massive divot left behind after the run.
Good start for England. I feel they didn't want the first set with the football. It's easier to get in the game with the defensive set, and they did that. 30 metres made only.
5 short of halfway, and Roby brings Westwood in. A bit of a villain from the Super League Grand Final. Put a punch on Wiggins. Blake Green early, served a suspension last week. Missed the Italy game. Now Hill, nice build up there. The short pass very flat from Chase into the arms of Ferris, but promising. They're 30 away, and the kick comes from Chase. He was attacked after kicking. Slater rushes up. Ball is knocked back through the hands of Hall. England has got it back. Still the last tackle, and we will have a change over there. So Australian possession, 26 metres out from their own line.
Decent start from the English team. They put up a competitive kick at the end. Unfortunately, they didn't get a repeat set, but they were pretty happy with the first set in defence. As you said, Australia kicking from the 40 line. But unfortunately, give a penalty away now, which is just the sort of thing you don't want to do against Australia. Give them field position.
Chris Hill penalised there for England. The 5th time they have competed at a World Cup under the England banner. Great Britain have won the World Cup on 3 occasions, Australia 9, and New Zealand 1 as defending champions.
Nice little touch from Ben Westwood in their first play of the ball. Expected to go forward through the middle, a nice little pass out the back, so some football happening for England.
And just a slow restart as they went to gather the ball. So Australia first time inside the England half, and Tate from the free kick just outside the 40. And Cronk brings, Scott is taken high by Ben Westwood, who has also been injured in making the challenge. Well, that's an unusual one. Watch it again. Westwood, up it comes. Almost an old-fashioned coat hanger.
Nothing over.
Scott's okay. Westwood's recovered. But Australia penalty 40 metres out from the England line.
It's just unfortunately, Australia have got a coming in set now, as we call a set from inside the opposition 40 line, and this is where they're going to be the most dangerous. So they'll work to a midfield sort of ruck, and then maybe they'll look to get English into the play.
So Scott is the man who has revved up again. It's his third carry of the football, and into Westwood and Hill. 25 away from the line. This is Smith at a dummy half. Now for Thaiday, his Queensland State of Origin teammate. Melbourne captain, the Brisbane Broncos captain there. 15 from the line. Cronk out the back for Thurston. Flat it is. Bird is the man who strikes through. Scrambling defence. Had to get there. George Burgess came up with a try-saving tackle. Gallen now around the legs was Tompkins. Australia right on the England line. Smith out the back. Oh, it's a wobbly pass. Cronk gets to it. Cuts the punishment. Momentum lost there for Australia. Last tackle it is. Smith is going to try the grubber. It's not his best. Tompkins is onto it. 2 touches of the football so far for Tompkins have been first class.
Oh, well done, England. Scrambling DM required. Punched a big hole on the left-hand side, courtesy of a good short ball. As Bird went through, they were looking at Inglis out the back. And England, they come off their own line. Now some headless football from them.
And Roby, lovely pick up there by Sinfield. That wasn't an easy pass to gather in under defensive pressure. The England captain did the job. And down the left side goes Chase and sends it away for Cudjoe to almost get around the outside of Thaiday. Hall back to centre field for Sinfield. And Burgess on the end of all of that. England 5 metres inside their own half. No score. Opening match of the World Cup. A chance to run for Tompkins. He decides to kick. He had Darius Boyd in 2 minds. It's a brilliant kick. Boyd all the way to the in goal. Now look at the chase from England. And Josh Charnley hopped on his back and said, I'll go for a ride. Australia ball 15 away from their own line, but that's an outstanding set of 6 from England.
Yeah, England have been creative with the kicking game. This time they kick from the second receiver position. You've seen Australia mainly kicking from dummy half, whereas England, as I said, kicking from a little bit wider, trying to drag that defence up, then kicking behind.
And a touch for Inglis from dummy half, and Cronk in the defence up quickly again on Tamo. They have to sustain this effort. Sinfield went around the legs there to complete the tackle. Cronk will kick from inside the 40, one of those spiralling kicks. Hall is back for it. Nice take. Not as easy as it looks when you've got to hit on the end of a kick from Cooper Cronk. He's so strong, Ryan Hall. We've seen it in 4 Nations tournaments of recent times.
You know, Vossi, we hardly see a spiral kick or a torpedo in the NRL. Cameron Smith delivered one with his first kick. Now Cooper Cronk's gone for some distance as well. So these balls must be a little bit different. We just showed you Greg Bird and Sam Tompkins. They just exchanged addresses there as the kick went downfield. Quick play the ball from Ferris, and Hill has another run. Nice offload back for Roby, promoted on. And now Sinfield has kept it alive, and striding almost away was George Burgess. He looks every bit the test player.
England trying to get the ball away out the back. They realise they have to create second phase possession, you know, to put this Australian defence under duress.
Tompkins stripped of the ball, and a penalty is blown by referee Perinara. It is 28 metres out from goal. I don't think you beat Australia with penalty goals. If I'm England captain, I tap and run or I kick for the line.
Points on the board, Vossi, in front in a game, and a big game like this is always important. You don't want to be chasing, but they've gone for the sideline. I love their structure, like the balls out the back. I don't like the block plays. This is how you mix it up. Just make the big guys in Australia move laterally.
All right, well, this has got the crowd into it. A set of 6 starting 20 minutes out from the line. Steve McNamara with Paul Deacon, the coaching brains trust of England, as Burgess took the first run and almost got a big shot from Bird over the top. Roby there at dummy half. The lone try scorer when they last played at the World Cup in 08. Nice ball chase. Tompkins, brilliant. Hall in the corner. They won't stop him. Ryan Hall has scored. The lead swimmer is over. It is thumbs up all round. And England. What a start. Ryan Hall for 4 points to 0.
Just brilliant. Really a team try here. They set this up short. They got a penalty to work off the back of, and they absorbed some pressure at the far end of the football field. So when they played up the middle, they knew they had to go wide. Great shift of the football. Paul, his second touch, nice bend in the set of kicks leading up to this, and now they shoot it out the back. A good block runner, second block runner, beautiful skip pass from Tompkins, finds some space. Australia going sideways, first try.
Yeah, I mean, Brett Morris has probably stepped in a little bit too early on that right edge for Australia. You can't leave this guy with any space at all. He's one of the best wingers in the world, Ryan Hall. Lovely face ball there. Stepped in too early to the right wing, and absolutely no doubt about it.
As we've seen these block plays come into both codes of the game, Northern and Southern Hemisphere, the role of the fullback has provided such an important play. Does he catch and pass, or has he got the skills to actually shift the ball wide? This time Tompkins showed us he has picked up that skill for sure. He fixed it in one motion, winger infield, pass to the outer, and finds Hall perfectly.
Well, you've got to applaud the braveness of them to go for it. There've been easy options just to take the 2 points, but they took the gamble and they got the just rewards.
Wow, what a start. Viewers across Premier Sports of the United Kingdom, Channel 7 in Australia, Sky Sports New Zealand. Kiwi fans excited about what they just saw from Tompkins, who's Warriors bound. Sinfield doesn't have the curl on the kick. But a 4-0 lead, England, and this fella, Ryan Hall, what a professional try scorer he is. 14 tries now in Test Rugby League.
Well, you can see they've stacked nearly 10 players on the side of the football field, and everyone's played their role and run their line. Westwood had a good run early up through the middle and is used as a block player, so the shift is absolutely perfect.
And Ryan Hall is one of those players who's never tasted victory against the Kangaroos. Deep kick off, close to the dead ball line. And Hill, who has started the game absolutely 10 out of 10. Chris Hill for his performance.
This guy hasn't been too bad either. Burgess with a couple of stiff runs.
And now Westwood with it. As I said earlier, missed that what ended up a bit of a debacle against Italy in the warm-up game last week, 15-14 to the Italians. The Australians electing not to have a warm-up game while in camp leading up to the first match. They've been in Manchester and they've been in Cardiff. And Hill now gets as far as the 40-metre line for England. Front on, it was Tamo with the tackle. Excellent battle going on up front here. This time, Sam Burgess. Certainly big enough to play up in the front row. And back it goes, slipping. The slippery surface on show as Sinfield kick on the bounce. Down to Brett Morris, and back he comes over the 20.
Steve McNamara would be delighted with that set of 6. Exactly what you want. Get to your kick. 5 basic plays, just eat some yardage up and put the ball back under Australia under pressure in their own 22. Well played, England.
Coming to you from Millennium Stadium in Cardiff. Capacity of the ground is close enough to 74,500. Mighty stadium. Smith offloading there, and Cooper Cronk spots a hole. Then it's offloaded. Thurston has kept it going. Smith is collared from behind by George Burgess.
He was swallowed.
That's the weight of the world falling on you. Now Thurston across to Cronk. He's going to kick. He's placed it. Here goes. Oh, the bounce went left and Boyd was no hope. It's raced off into the gutter here at Millennium. And exciting passage of play. The best of the match so far from the Kangaroos.
This surface really playing a part. The slippery nature of it. This one doesn't get the bounce for Boyd to set up and possibly go in the corner. But in the lead-up play for sure, we saw 4 or 5 players slip over and attack. And once they've made the bust, they want the ball to go wide, so they just have to find some sort of way. They could be on their back or on their side just to keep the ball moving.
Cooper Cronk, we saw there, the Dally M medal winner, the Player of the Year in the National Rugby League this season. Yet didn't win his club award. Cameron Smith won Melbourne Storm Player of the Year, and there are 6 in total players in this Kangaroo side who won Player of the Year awards this season. And now England with the ball played by Josh Charnley. Between Charnley and Hall, you have just so many tries, so much potential for 4-pointers. Their efforts in the Super League have been quite astounding. Now Ferris on that left side. He was very good in the England Knights game against Samoa. Warm-up match, and now finds himself in the starting 13. Slow play the ball from inside the 40, but no problem to be taking off for 10 Roby, and now promoted along for Burgess. Is almost offloaded in the bird tackle. Thurston over the top. Here is Tompkins. High ball this time. Back to centre field. He's got Slater on the run. Great take, Slater. And falls into the tackle of Rangi Chase. There's a lot to like about this contest, Darryl.
Oh, I think the ground is actually evening the teams up and making it more difficult to adjust this to it. Billy Slater couldn't change direction quick enough to get back with his ball and put himself under a little bit more pressure and then come up with a great play. What a mistake. Is it? No, good defence.
Tate regathered there. He's just outside his 20, but Australia under a fair deal of pressure here. Trailing by 4 points to 0. Not a whole lot of metres made in this set. This is Bird working the left side, and he cops the treatment. Has lost the ball, Greg Bird. Great defence. Sam Burgess got across there. Bird is left strewn on the turf, and he may be carrying an injury now. But England have a scrum feed 40 metres out. Burgess went in hard and physical, and low down Callum Watkins.
Just using his body, big Sam Burgess, to finish off the tackle. His Bird was twisted, happened right in front of us down here. The ball dislodged. Bird, a bit of shake of the head. Am I still here, he says?
Great field position for the English team. This is the sort of thing they've been practicing, coming in sets from 40 metres out. And let's look, if they get to the end of the set, we'll look for a creative kick on the end of it.
Centre field, the ball taken forward by Ferris, 35 metres away from the Australian line. Hall, the try scorer, on the left flank for England. That ball has been knocked down by Inglis, I thought it was. So the run is in vain, and England will get another scrum feed 35 metres out from the Aussie line.
It was good to see the English team working on a pattern from a scrum. They have the numbers on this side. If that pass had gone through, there's a 2v1 on the right edge, and obviously using Sam Tompkins, which is probably our most potent attacking threat at the moment, and he's actually being the ball player at the moment. He's not actually the running threat.
Well, he's the build-up talked about Slater and Tompkins. Who is the real Sam Tompkins? Who is the real Billy Slater? Who's the real deal? Well, they both are. What we're seeing here today, we're seeing two playmaking fullbacks. Ball kicked out the back, and Roby with it. I don't think I've seen a ball healed out of a scrum in 25 years. Seen one in the first 15 of the World Cup. Perinara this time blows penalty. Maybe at 4-0, maybe the thinking is go for goal, but this will tell us the mindset of England. Sinfield says no, go for line, stay on the attack. I love it.
Yeah, it's a penalty for Australia. I mean, that scrum was screwed around, no one knew when the ball come out, but anyway, play on.
So they don't think they'll win in twos, they want to win in fours and sixes. England with the ball, 12 away from the line. Roby darts away, short pass, Ferris was almost through. And now Tate more or less looked like he dropped the knee into Ferris, and then Sam Thaiday. Well, I think he wanted a souvenir jumper.
Oh, brilliant.
He was trying to take it off him.
James Roby, beautiful call down the short side, nearly scored.
James Roby's on fire, and it's all coming from the quick rucks out these forwards are generating for him.
Stay on the attack, Hill with the ball. That time it's Gallen and Thaiday, 15 gone. 4-0 to England. A team embarrassed by Italy last week. George Burgess with it. Burgess! It's time to stretch out. George Burgess may have got it down. Well, what about that? He had no right to get within 5 metres of the line, let alone look to plant the ball over. And now we're off to the video referee, and you at home will hear every word of the deliberations in reaching a decision.
We tackled two. We've got to see if the ball is grounded. At this point, it has possession of the ball clearly, and we're looking to see if the ball ends up on the ground. It looks like it's lost, and I think the ball's actually come out of his grasp.
Early indication, no try.
So you can see the ball clearly in his hands. There's no Australian hands near him. So the ball's come out of his fingers there, and the ball is lost. Can we just have another look to see where the ball ends up, see what the restart is? I think it's lost over the line. So it's going to be a no try, and it's going to be a 20-metre restart.
Well, Darryl, what do you think about that?
I disagree. That's a try from mine. The slow-mo, when you break things down frame by frame, you actually lose the visibility of whether the fingers are still on the football. And on with the crowd, listen to them. That's a try. Sean here can't stand beside himself, he's on the chair.
I'm good to that. That was a try, but talking about a second effort, it was a third, fourth and fifth effort from Burgess. It was unbelievable.
He is a colossal improver, the rookie of the year from the National Rugby League. He had 3 matches in 2012, but this year, quantity, the minutes, and quality of the work, and you see it here now on the test stage.
Well, I swear Australia's dodged a bullet there for Mike.
Now Matt Scott with the ball. There are 10 members of this Australian side you're watching today, 29 years or over. But at the moment, it's some of the young bulls, if you like, in the England side that are showing it up as Gallen loses it. Gallen makes the error. Despite the Australian protest, it'll be an England scrum feed. 5 metres inside the Australian half, and this is an Australian side that is losing their mojo. Tamo's pass was probably forward.
Tamo decides to offload it at the line before possibly going through, and he's tackled before getting the ball, Gallen. However, it was a difficult play after just surviving a pretty tough effort on your own line. Getting to the kick would have been the preferred option if you're Tim Sheen sitting in the crowd.
Boy, oh boy, did you see this coming? Tim Sheens did. He tried to warn his players all week. It's unfolding just as he predicted. And Tompkins on his back in the thigh-day tackle. Roby has been magnificent. Ferris has been outstanding. Doing Huddersfield proud here today. Opening day of the World Cup. And this time Burgess got past Scott. Was looking to offload. Roby 20 metres away. Hill on the charge. He's gone straight through the gate and lost it as Slater picked it up. But the Australian defence, it crumbled. It crumbled straight through the hay diddle.
I don't want to be negative, but having had so much possession, so much field position, the scoreline should be more than 4-0 to England. It's a little bit disappointing that they haven't got to 10 or even to 8, because I tell you what, Australia are going to get some field position in a bit, and they're going to be very dangerous.
I tell you a difference here in this play here is England. When they're in defence, they put shoulders on. Australia have been arm grabbing in defence here. We see players go straight through the middle. So time Australia put the shoulders on, they'll slow England up in their defence.
Exactly. You see the players he'll just beat through the centre. We're talking about some of the stars of Australian Rugby League right there. They missed the tackles 1, 2, 3.
Here's a change for Fifita.
Fifita is on for the Kangaroos. 18 minutes in, and now Smith on to Thurston. Better build up. Oh, Slater, that's a terrible ball. Put down by Boyd. What was that? From the Australians, it's called forward anyway. They used to have an old pass the ball competition. That would have missed the ball from Billy Slater.
Then the Australians might ask the referee, can they just start the game again? Because it's certainly not the Australia that we're used to watching, and all that is down to the pressure from the English team. Kudjov goes up, makes him rush his pass, and obviously it was a mile forward.
The feeder on for Tamo in the Australian side. That's the first change. And England with a scrum win on their own 40-metre line. Chase, the work that he's had to do has been competent. It was Ferris tackled there by Thaiday.
Let's just remember Australia sort of decided to go into this World Cup without a lead-up game. So, you know, the players will be a little bit rusty. A couple of intense hit-outs, but no actual lead-up game.
This for Sunday had a match in Papua New Guinea the week before the grand final. And now the ball with Westwood. Well, again, Bird, that was ineffective. And his left arm looks to have gone dead there, Greg Bird. Sinfield to Chase, falling and passing. Now Tompkins, he can do it there. Look at him go. Tompkins left and right. Gallen has got him, 21 from the line. Last tackle, the ball back to Sinfield. Clear kicked it, back across field. Could bounce anywhere, does bounce anywhere. The ball will come up. Leroy Tacho. Come in, spinner. Leroy Tacho. Another one of the Huddersfield Giants. I reckon he scored, but Henry Perinara, the referee, just wants to tick all the boxes, cross the T's and dot the I's. But it could be England 8-0. I think it will be England 8-0.
So if we can pause it on the kick, and it's there, and every English player's onside, so we can just jog it on, please. From there, we're all okay with onside. So they're all going for the ball. He catches the ball cleanly in his hands. Nobody is affecting a tackle, so that is play on. There's no hands on him. So if we can keep jogging that on, and if he grounds the ball, then that is a try.
Yes,
so
indeed.
Try, guys.
One of the Super League dream team this year. He is living the dream right now. He has scored a try at Millennium in the World Cup against the Kangaroos. Leroy
is so well deserved for this English side. When the kick goes up, I didn't think it was a great one, and just whose head was it going to clear? But the fact that it bounced, and it bounced on the surface, made everyone stand still. And with the greasy, slippery surface, he was the only one who really attacked the football, was Leroy, and he deserved the reward that came with it.
Sean,
I can't speak. I just can't speak. It's going to be 10-0. We've only played 25 minutes.
47 tests for Great Britain, 2 for England, 1 for Ireland. It's Sean Edwards. He almost broke into the national anthem just then, but they scored. 10-0 to England over Australia. Incredible.
Let's hope the boys can keep this going, and if he does it, I know one person makes extremely happy, that's Steve McNamara, because he made some difficult decisions this week, and he showed his strength as a coach, no matter what happens, you know, at the rest of the game.
I just want you to know, Sean, my grandmother on my father's side was English. I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. So,
Quick kick
Cameron
up the
Smith to restart. 10-0 it is. What an amazing opening quarter to the World Cup, and what a 5 weeks we've got coming up. Wales to play Italy later today here. It's a little forlorn looking Tim Sheens, a little bit, I don't know, perplexed at what has happened. And it is Hill to play it. They've won the battle up front. They have won the battle right through the centre. Look at this. They've now brought on Tom Burgess to do exactly what his brother George was doing and what his other brother Sam has been doing. Ball has been turned over. That stems the blow.
We don't really know much about the Australian offence because they've hardly had the ball yet. But this guy, obviously, they're trying to get the ball into English's hands because they want one of the strike players getting involved in the game.
I think that was first touch.
Now Darius Boyd with it, 35 away from the England line. Australia with Smith, and this time Gallen locks horns with the England defence. It was Westwood, it was Roby, and it was Tom Burgess there. Smith right side, Cronk goes short, fine aid. Cronk was knocked over out the back. Good tackle from Chase. Now Smith turns it on. They've brought on Parker. The Brisbane Bronco Player of the Year is now on his second test. Smith, Thurston, down kick across, fielded by England, then intercepted by England, and up it comes Josh Charlie with the ball, and again the crowd lift, and an attack diffused by the England side.
The kick not really on the spot from Jonathan Thurston, didn't find the mark 1 metre out from the try line, and too flat. So England, well, didn't contest the football as English goes up, but not in a position that you really needed to defend either.
I haven't seen Sam Burgess play that much in the NRL, but wow, what about the yards he's making up the gut?
Dropped there by Tom Burgess, his second touch of the football, and they rally in there for the young fella. Just 9 games in the NRL this year for the Rabbits. He didn't have the eye on the ball there, did he?
They've been a revelation, the Burgess brothers in Australia, and everyone's warmed to them. Everyone that's viewed them play, taken plenty with them.
Well, there's plenty of brothers spread across this World Cup, across the 14 teams. You've got the 3 Sims boys playing for Fiji. We're going to see them in a couple of nights' time. And scrum 1 for Australia. And Slater was almost away from the tackle of Chase. But there to assist Cudjoe, the try scorer. And Ferris slow to his feet, Slater. 30 away from the line for Fita. We know that he can offload. We know that he can run. He can score 50-metre tries, Andrew Fafita. Cooper Cronk short there to Gallen on the spin. Thrown down by Westwood, and Burgess looking to play for the penalty. Now Smith gets it across this England defence. Roby fell off the tackle there on Fafita. Big chance for Australia. 24 minutes in, they get a penalty. Well, the penalty count is mounting here with referee Henry Perinara.
What are you doing? 3 consecutive errors from England. Since they scored the try, they dropped the ball twice and then give a penalty away.
7 penalties in 24 minutes, but a 10-0 scoreline to England. And Parker, bit of the grey ghost about Corey Parker now for the Australians. Thurston off to Gallen. Another who can offload, but they've handled him well so far, England. Sam Burgess there that time. Quick play the ball across. Smith, nice work. English, they get up in his face. That's a good tackle, Sam Burgess again. With Westwood, Smith a dummy half. Then they switch, but the defence on the goal line is rock solid. It was Sinfield that time on Bird, who wrestles his way to his feet. Thurston to Cronk. Cronk lines it up. Fafita from depth, but tackled front on by Burgess. And then with Parker and Cronk, and Thurston bats it on quickly, takes under pressure, back to Thurston, Hall can't handle, England have got it again, Tompkins almost lost it, but they've managed to hang on.
That's a great set indeed from England, because Australia went coast to coast. On the left, it was Tompkins who put in a great try-saving tackle down low on Inglis. And then 2 plays after, when the kick was on for Cooper Cronk, he decided to go wide, and guess who turns up in the right place on the left-hand side as well? It was Tompkins.
Well, they are growing in confidence. They say in big matches you try and play for the silence. The crowd is into the game. They're urging every run, every big hit, every tackle in that goal line set. They were almost on their feet. And you can see leading the hit up Sam Burgess. Tompkins has had plenty of touches for England. Giant kick over the head of Slater, and it is, incredible, it almost pulled up half a millimetre from the dead ball line. 20-metre restart.
Not a bad thing that actually went dead. Obviously it would have been great if they could have tackled Billy Slater in the in-goal area, but give England a little bit of a break. A little bit of a blow after that tremendous defensive shot in the wrong try line.
Slater, player of the tournament at the 2008 World Cup, despite that pass from the final that led to a Benji Marshall try, but he was fantastic throughout the tournament. Now Thurston, back to the right, Cronk, brilliant ball, Slater. The Melbourne Storm combination. They threaten the England defence there. Slater to Thurston. Cronk starting to put a stamp on it. Lovely tackle on Bird from Callum Watkins, the 22-year-old centre from Leeds. Away there for Cronk. A high ball for Tompkins. Tompkins up. Inglis has got it! Inglis to Thurston! Inglis the thief! Tompkins thought he had it, but Greg Inglis, if you stripped off the kangaroo jumpy, you'd probably find a big S. He can be Superman-like. And he has served up a try for Jonathan Thurston.
Waiting for his introduction to the game and his impact with Inglis, but who would have thought it would have come courtesy of a high kick and getting up and above other players. The Melbourne Storm trio put a beautiful move on the right-hand side, which nearly saw Slater go through. And then the kick from Cronk. Just watch how he waits and times the jump perfectly. I wondered why he passed infield. I thought he could have reached that big left arm out and grounded the ball himself, but he finds Thurston on the inside.
There's one thing I've been very impressed with. I know Australia have dropped a lot of ball and the defence has not been that great at times, but every single time they look like someone popped their head through the line, they've had a support player with them. 2 or 3 guys backing up the guy with the man in possession. And Thurston got his just rewards there.
Nothing wrong with the leap of Sam Tompkins at all, but Inglis, that giant, that big thing with momentum, the leap got up just a fraction higher, and serves it up for his good mate Jonathan Thurston to score. And it is now Thurston looking to convert. Now has 11 tries in Test match football, Jonathan Thurston, and this for 250 points. The tally from 26 Test matches now, Jonathan Thurston. And Tim Sheen's a little more comfortable at 10 points to 6, 27 minutes in.
Sometimes in an even battle, it's just the athleticism of one player over another that provides the difference. As we see Inglis over Irvine and brilliant Sam Tompkins. At a fine 28 minutes so far.
I will say this, England have scored more points in this first half than they have in their 2 matches combined from the last 2 World Cups against Australia, when they were beaten 52-4 in Melbourne in 08 and 22-2 at Twickenham in 2000. So the metre was running at 74-6 going into today. So they'd be happy at 10-6 in front.
This is a real test match today. Both forwards really trying to get up, getting stuck into each other. The only thing was slightly concerned.
Hall has touched Brent Tate. He almost got Brent Tate over to England. The hit was that big.
Having a good match, the try scorer. The first try scorer, should I say, for England. Lovely little play down the short side after Cameron Smith plays peekaboo behind a couple of defenders, then chooses to go to take no time at all, and then smack right on the right shoulder. Cotnetti says, picks up the ball and like a thief in the night thought he was away, but they call him back.
He's a big boy for a winger there.
Well, if it was me on the end of that, I'd be dead. He'd be talking about me in past tense. That Voss, he was a good bloke. Great tackle, Hall. Great tackle on tape. And Australia getting this rugby, much to the disgust of Ryan Hall. And the Aussies with it 41 metres out from their own line. Oh, Thurston may have knocked on a dummy half there. That was a close one. Gallen tackled by Sam Burgess. Now Inglis, Australia getting into their groove, and it's come on the back of a number of penalties and a few errors from England. Smith, Cronk. England just have to try and weather the storm. The crowd thought that was forward to Fafita. 21 metres away from the line. Tough period here for England. 10 minutes away from half-time. Cronk with a dart. Almost away from the tackle of Sam Burgess. And Ferris, now Thurston. Oh, that's a breakdown. Thurston and Slater, they got nose to nose. Well, that's quite the abomination, that play on the last for Australia.
It's very unusual. There's a breakdown in communication there between with Cooper Cronk, and unfortunately they didn't get to the kick, which they'll be very disappointed about, because if they've got a back-to-back set there, the English were under real pressure.
So unusual. You know who the player was there putting the pressure on those two? It was Tompkins. Now Tompkins up in the defensive line making the tackle. You think he'd be back inside the in-goal area waiting for a kick in through.
A half that has yielded 3 tries so far. England with Ryan Hall and Leroy Cudjoe. Sinfield a goal for their 10 points, and Thurston the try and the goal for Australia. England possession, 30 away from their own line, not too many on that right hand side, and Sinfield the captain kicks it downfield. Oh, lovely take, Brett Morris right out on the fingertips. The St George Illawarra winger comes back for the Kangaroos.
Tackle one there, here we go.
Talk about 2 try-scoring wingers for England. That's beautiful stuff from Morris, but Morris has got over 100 himself in the National Rugby League. Again, the defence is solid. Poor old Brett Tate out on that right-hand side. He's getting his ribs and his shoulders examined. Smith, flat again, Slater, Friday, playing right up on the advantage line there.
Really impressed with Rangi Chase's defence on that left edge for the English team. He's getting up hard, he's muscling up on the big guys, and he's doing some excellent reads.
And again they go flat for the Australian. It's
come on now.
It's a passing game that's pushing the envelope a little. And Cronk's kick, looking for Inglis and Boyd again. Good protection for Josh Charnley to come up with the ball. He had one horrible moment against Italy in the second half last week in the warm-up game, and basically led to the match being won by the Italians, an error late.
And then doubles up with a nice run too after sheltering the football. Good play, and Australia never really contested that football, and they needed to, so they could give the easy take on a place to England.
As you watch this too, the England performance, this is a side without James Graham and Sean O'Loughlin today. You would expect them to be in their top 17 down the track. And back for the kick from Chase this time. The Kens found the grass. Slater with it 10 out from his own line. Wants to bring Morris into the play. And Brett Morris with the ball. Brother Josh also in the squad. Twin. Watching on from the bench today. Brett looking to keep up his record of a try a game in Test Rugby League. He's 12 tries from 12 Test matches. Inglis with the ball. Collected over the top there by Sam Burgess. Burgess on a mission on this right-hand side, looking to lock up Inglis today. Thurston, off it comes for Bird. He's got a little bit of footwork, Greg Bird.
Come on, sir.
Titans Player of the Year for the Gold Coast this season. With Gallen, pumped in the tackle. Sam Burgess is playing a fine game for England. He's not the captain, but it's a captain's knock. Cronk got good pressure there and was forced to rush the kick. Pressure came from Carl Ablett.
Once again, excellent kick pressure from the English team. Carl Ablett rushing up, making the great Jonathan Thurston rush his kick, and making a very, very easy kick for Sam Tompkins.
Then Hall went across field. And now for Cudjoe. Jeez, what a moment for Leroy it was to come up with a try from a bomb, a great leap and spin and score. There have been some moments, loose ball there from George Burgess and the Australians have come up with it.
Just about to say this game's started to get into a real arm wrestle. First mistake's going to be crucial. The showing
don't fall for the first and dummy. That is at the top of every cheat sheet of any team playing a side that has Jonathan Thurston in it. And he almost made them pay a big price there. And again, it's Sam Burgess.
Well, he was late, wasn't he? He couldn't really make the full tackle on him, so he just had to play at the ball and fortuitously come up with it. A big play on Inglis here on this right-hand side. Having a wow of a game. You said you liked him before, Sean. Have a look at him now.
Oh, he's been outstanding. I don't think it was fortuitous, though. I think he actually made a play to get a red.
4-2, and the Kangaroos have gone down. Well, that's one of the great Shepherd plays. Hitting the deck was Corey Parker and Greg Bird.
He ran behind him. That's what the is called.
Watch this again. No, come on. Sam Burgess knocked Bird out. And then I think he collected Parker as well. Well, you get two for the price of one. He can get a giant fluffy toy off the top shelf for that. That was big from Sam Burgess.
This is a huge set for the English team. They've got to hold Australians out here, because if they score and go in 2 points or level at half-time, be a big disappointment for the English. Have been absolutely outstanding in the first half so far.
Westwood to the bench for England, and Australia with it 25 metres out. It would be quite incredible if Australia were to lead going to half-time. They trail by four away from the break. Cronk's almost away.
Let go!
Trapped. 9 away from the line. Smith, they thought of going short side. They come open. Gallen, then one-handed carry. Got through the tackle of Burgess. England just falling off some tackles and another penalty. Ablett pinged there. 10-6. 4 to go, first half. The quick tap. And Tamo will just take a big run at them. Tamo front on. 3 there, Burgess, Lee Mossop is out there as well. Real pressure, Thurston away, Bird will score. Greg Bird scores for the Kangaroos off a Thurston special. It is 10-all. The crowd haven't been happy with some flat passing of the Kangaroos all day. But look at the scoreboard. The scores are locked with a kick to come.
A real fatiguing part of the game, the last 10 minutes, where the teams went set for set and some real high quality football, and then a couple of mistakes and a penalty. And have a look at the late pass of Thurston here. Didn't have much room to choose. Sinfield had 2 decisions to make. Do I take the inside player or do I take Bird on the outside? He couldn't take both, and that gives him an open shoulder on the outside and a loose arm, and Bird's too strong from there. Goes in over the top. Nothing at all Burgess could do.
Just the penalties. It's an avalanche of penalties against the English team. You know, whether they're justified or not, obviously the referees give them, and I know that the crowd are not very happy with the refereeing at the moment, but the referees give the penalties, and that's definitely what's brought Australia back in the game, and the weight of possession.
Well, Sean, they need half-time right now, don't they? Because Australia is capable of running in another try in the 3 minutes out from half-time, and that would be cruel for England, given the effort they've put in this first half.
It's incredible. The first 20 minutes, England had the ball virtually most of that period. The last 20 minutes, it's just been an Australian avalanche of possession, and obviously, you know, it looks like they're going to go in possibly 2 points up here.
Man, you're watching Jonathan Thurston, a tally of 1,452 points in his NRL career, and a wobbly kick, but successful. Not his best strike. I think he may have slipped at impact. But Australia lead for the first time. Tim Sheens puts on his best poker face at 12-10.
There's some worrying signs there as Cameron Smith started running some dummy half and finding a few little holes. He found Cronk on the right-hand side as well. And on the last play, they decided to shift it to Gethu. Thurston, who'd done the show and go, and then delivered the final pass.
So just 2.5 minutes until half-time. England need to hold on coming up to the break. They would love a turnover from the Australians here. You just think there may be one sweeping strike here from the Kangaroos coming up to half-time. They'll look to fire another bullet. Maybe come out to Inglis's side of the field. Smith, dummy half there. And they'll keep it nice and tight on tackle 3. 2 of the Burgess boys in the tackle with Lee Mossop, Parramatta bound next year. Thurston 20 metres out. There was the dummy again, not fallen for this time. As Sinfield made the tackle, the England captain. They keep it tight for Tamo to take it up to tackle number 5 on the 40-metre line. Smith, Cronk, He is going to kick long. That surprises me there. Thought they may have tried a trick shot. Oh, Hall has knocked it down. Perenara, referee says knocked back.
That's an outstanding set of 6 from Australia after a score. And really powered it all the way to the 40-metre line and put an excellent kick down. And obviously now they're putting a lot of pressure on the English team in their own half.
Big half-time address coming up for Steve McNamara at 12 points to 10. England with the ball inside their 40. Mossop runs with the socks down. Good talent. Just short of halfway. Tamo with a tackle. Now Roby. Oh, nice ball. Tompkins! Tompkins explodes through. It was caught forward. Oh, the fans aren't going to like that. Tompkins doesn't like that. So many Australian passes have been questionable here today.
Time's off.
But I think he got it right. Sam Burgess to Tompkins, and we just about had the clash we dreamed of. Tompkins running at Slater.
Well, it was like 2 Olympic sprinters, it would have been going at it there, but yeah, it was slightly forward. It was a short timing pass on an inside ball for following the forward up. Sam Burgess once again really prominent in the game, and when you see excellent support play from both sides.
I like the fact that they decided to attack. I mean, there wasn't a lot of time left in this match, and Australia have been delivering in the last 10 minutes. When they got the ball in the last play, they decided to go.
Slater. Oh, he's trouble. There's no one at home. Billy the Kid. Billy Slater runs 65 metres to score. The former Golden Boot winner, he says, Sam Tompkins, you're good, you're great in fact, but I may be better. Slater scores the Kangaroos' 3rd try, and what a blow for England, right on the stroke of half-time.
Tell me if this hurt. This so hurt, this game, for this English side. We've been so proud in this first half. And then with just a couple of seconds to go, in fact 40 has gone up and they played the scrum in a simple one-on-one, a fend on a smaller man into a bigger man of Burgess who's defending in the centres. He's had a wow of a first half, but Billy Slater says, I've got this left, take that, whacks Burgess off.
Hey buddy.
Wow, Sean, Billy Slater, gee, we've had some highlights in this first half, but 40th minute of play and Slater gives him perhaps the best of the half.
Can't catch my breath. It's been such an exciting half of rugby league football, but once you see again, you see the advantage of carrying the ball. If you're going to carry in your right hand, you use your other hand to try and fend the other person off, and that was a fantastic example of how to hand off what is a much bigger man than himself, and he used the momentum from the fend to speed away and score the try right in the corner. That sort of play that only players like Billy Slater can do.
Slater, 8 of his test tries have now been in World Cups, 19 tries in total. So Thurston to look to convert and an 8-point lead. What an extraordinary first 40 minutes of this World Cup. If this is what we've got for the next 5 weeks, they will have full houses from Huddersfield to Perpignan to Limerick. Here goes Thurston. He's got the big right to left hook from the sideline, 25 metres back. Here comes the swing. Here it goes. He's a genius. Thurston lands it.
That was like Lionel Messi, bending it round the wall.
Bend it like JT. 18 points to 10. Half time. Australia over England. Let's go to Billy Slater.